Hey everyone. A lot of people in the Hypixel pit don't know what all of the prestige, renown enchantments and unlocks are, so I thought I'd go over a lot of them quickly, just to kind of help you guys out and figuring out what you want to buy when you upgrade. So we start off with Tenacity. Basically, every tier you heal half a heart on kill. This is really good. I recommend starting off with this if you do want to spend your renown as like a 1 or 2 prestige. Scam Artist is not very useful. It basically lowers the cost of quests, so like you can get them for cheaper and make a little more profit. But I don't really use it too much. Next we have the Gold Boost, which is every tier you gain 2.5% gold, and it goes up I believe to tier 5. This is a pretty good. This is pretty good for when you get higher up in the prestiges. This is the XP bump. This one I do not use. It is not worth it at all. I think you only get a single boost in experience, whereas this is a percentage. That's only a single one. Overheal I bought. I don't really know why I did, but Overheal basically doubles any healing limits. I think this is best with Soup and Golden Heads, but again, this isn't really one you would get when you're a low prestige. You have much better alternatives for your perk slots. Next is Mysticism. Mysticism, this might be one of the best ones. This basically enables you to buy and collect mystic items such as swords, bows, and pants. And you have to upgrade this to, I believe, tier 4 or tier 5 or something like that to be able to use the mystic oil. And then you can get, there's over 100 plus enchants that you can get for each of your items, and they'll help you out in the game. That one is definitely worth it, but I would save up and wait till you're a higher prestige to unlock a lot of these. Next we have Barbarian. This is pretty good. It basically is a stronger axe. So basically the iron axe is equivalent to a diamond sword, and then the diamond axe is equivalent or is a little less than a sharpness 1 diamond sword. So definitely definitely worth it. Um, I used that a lot when I was lower prestige. Um, that one you unlock at 3. Then we have Dirty. This one I use pretty much every prestige. Um, this basically gives you resistance 2 for 4 seconds, and that's very good if you're streaking because you can get a lot of quick kills very easily, and don't have to worry about dying as quick because the resistance really makes you a tank. Then we have Contractor. This one I never really used. It gives you a single extra contract. Now that I see how cheap it is, I probably should have used it more. The quick gold is definitely useful for lower prestiges to get unlocks. Then we have Heresy. This one don't worry about as a low prestige. Don't even go over this. Basically, this creates dark pants and then dark enchants that you can use to get or to like to counter mystic items. So basically, like don't worry about this as a low prestige. Then we have the Superb Launch Trail. Don't waste your time with this or any of the launch trails. Um, that it's purely cosmetic. Extra perk slot. This is by far the most useful one to get as a low prestige because the fourth slot gives you another whole boost. So it's like you only have 3 at the beginning. Adding a whole fourth basically makes you like a whole 25% stronger because you could put, I don't know, gladiator, vampire, strength chaining, and dirty. That's just an example, but like you can get really good combinations with 4 perk slots. So definitely save up for this. Then we have Impatient. I don't know why I got this. This is useless. You just gain speed 2 in the spawn area, and it's not down below, which is what I thought. So don't waste your time with this. Rambo, don't waste your time with this either. It used to be really good for events like Beast, but it got patched because that wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to heal you. Basically, what this does is you don't get any healing, but every time you kill someone, it puts you back up to 8 out of 8 total hearts. So it's really, it's just not good anymore. Don't buy it. Next, we have the Fishing Club. If you're a casual player and just playing just to have fun, then sure. But if you're trying to like level up and do better and get higher up in the game, don't waste your time with this. I'm a Prestige 14 and I still don't have any of this stuff for the Fishing Club. The only thing it's useful for is to get Aqua Pants, which is basically they have a few enchants on them that you can get with the Mystic Well, but other than that, they're really pretty much useless. Extra Hearts, another good one to get, but it might take you a while. Basically gives you a 1 extra heart. As you see down there, I have 11 hearts. That one's good. Olympus, I mean, I used this when I was a lower prestige, but I didn't really. It was better back then. It has definitely been nerfed. That you don't gain as much XP. Basically, what it is a potion that gives you XP for every kill, as you see on screen, and it was very good. I believe it gave you like 70, but now it's heavily nerfed. So it's not bad, but not great. Um, Armory, I haven't bought this yet, but it's not very useful, especially since lower prestiges tend to die very quickly. It's not really worth getting extra arrows. Um, Fancy hat, you get at prestige 5. It's just a leather helmet, but it's good because you don't have to then use safety first for a helmet perk, which uses up one of your slots. First strike is another good one. Um, I wouldn't get it until you're about prestige 5, but this is a very good way to keep speed going without needing golden heads, because this gives you speed for 5 seconds, which basically is what golden heads do, and you also get almost a 40% damage increase on your first hit. So if you can critical someone and you already have like strength 4 from your strength chaining, then like that's basically half their health right there. So that's a good one. Yummy, don't waste your time with this. You literally gain 2 gold for every apple or head you eat. It I'm not I'm not joking. It's useless. Marathon, I haven't bought this yet. This is now we're getting into the higher stuff. This is what I would not worry about as a low prestige. This is more geared towards the higher ones. Marathon basically is it removes your boots and you gain 15% resistance, and you also deal 15% more damage. Um, it's it's not really good. I mean, I haven't really tested it out, but from what I've been told and from what I've seen, like barely anybody uses it. Divine Intervention. This one is a great one for when you're higher up. This basically gives you a chance to save your inventory on a death. So if you die to a bee hopper or if you get hunted, you have a 5% chance, and it increases. I believe there's 3 tiers, so you can get up to a 15% chance to not lose your inventory. So that's good for like if you have mystic items or I don't know, bread or feathers or whatnot. That's one of the best things to upgrade. Blazing Launch Trail, again, don't waste your time with this. This is just a cosmetic trail that you launch off with. Soup. Soup is currently the best healing item for high prestiges. This is by far my favorite to use right now. Basically, on kills and assists, you gain soups. You can get 4, and then if you get overheal, you can get 8 in total. But these give you. It's basically an insta health 1 pot plus a Heart of Absorption, and you also get speed and regeneration on top of that for 7 seconds, as well as a 15% strength boost for your next hit. So kind of like First Strike. It's kind of like First Strike and Golden Heads like combined, and it's really, really, really good because you can get them on assists. So you can just, as you're running away from someone who's haunting you, if you had hit a few people before and they die, you immediately get healing without doing anything. So it's really useful if you're trying to stay alive. Um, Next up we have Recon. This used to be really good. If you had a friend, you could just keep basically spamming each other with this. It basically gives you 40 XP every 4 shots you do. Um, I might get this sometime soon, but I have other things I want to buy first. Um, it's not nearly as good as it used to be anymore. We have Apollo. This one is the only launcher one I would buy. It basically sends you the direction you're looking at to like when you're on one of the launchers in the four corners. I like this because if you're trying to follow someone out of spawn, you have a better chance of getting to him. It doesn't always work though, so I would be cautious if you do think about buying it. It doesn't always work, but most of the time it does. Then we have the Way, another really good one to get. You basically don't have to wait a certain level to get your perks and like your in your perk slots, which is what. Okay, we're just okay. I guess that does not work. Um, Basically, you don't have to wait a certain level to get certain things. Like I don't know, soup. It says it required level 90. With this, you could get it at level 0 if you had the money. Conglomerate. Don't waste your time with this until you're basically a level 120 at a high prestige. You don't gain XP and it just goes to a 20% ratio of gold. It's really not that good unless you're getting extremely high amounts of gold and EXP. Um, it's really mainly for high prestiges who need to get just a ridiculous amount of gold to prestige. Bang Launch Trail, another one that is useless. It's just cosmetic. Kung Fu Knowledge used to be very good. It's slightly better now to my knowledge, but still not very good. Basically, you have a really strong hand that is like a diamond sword, and you gain speed 2 every 4 hits. Um, that that's just a combat one. Fast Pass, you basically start at level 50 after Prestige. I would not recommend this until you're very, very high up because it takes a while to get gold and stuff. And by starting off at level 50, you basically give away 50 levels to which you could be getting gold. So it's just not very good in my opinion anymore. But I mean, it's your Renown at the end of the day. Cool Conclave. This is just a cosmetic thing. Basically what you can do is you type cool and it shows who the highest prestige people are on. You can see too what their prestige is. So the highest on right now is a 21, and then I'm second, so I'm 14. And it goes down to prestige 4. So next up we have he's trying to trade me. Next up we have inventory management, another really good one. It basically increases your ender chest rows. It is a really, really good upgrade because if you get a lot of good mystics, you can store them in your ender chest. Then we have raw numbers, which is you can see exactly how much damage you do. It shows up like right here, basically. Um, yeah, it's just kind of cool to see. So you can see like what does damage and what doesn't. And then the last one, which I haven't even gotten to yet, is the cloak, which is the lobby cloak. It's just a cosmetic thing, but so there we have it. All of the current mystic or current prestige upgrades as of March 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed.